My media product, Into the Woods, uses the classic girl pursuit which is evident in the 1984 horror A Nightmare on Elm Street. In A Nightmare on Elm Street, the iconography of a seemingly innocent girl being chased is a typical convention in the horror genre. Here, the teenage girl is running inside what appears to be an industrial setting. However, in Into the Woods, the main character is in a natural setting. We use the convention of the innocent girl running in our opening sequence, as it was also in the opening sequence to A Nightmare on Elm Street. We saw this convention and then applied it. Through the change in setting, we have developed the domesticated aspects of some horror films, such as A Nightmare on Elm Street. We developed the setting of our horror opening sequence, as it does not contain household items, unlike A Nightmare on Elm Street. Household items tend to be used in this genre as a methodical tool of torture or disturbance, and in many cases, a means of harming others. The opening title sequence is distinct from existing conventions, evident in other opening sequences, as the ambiguity of the protagonist's situation results from the viewer questioning whether she's being chased from a threat or running from the scene of an incident. Whereas in A Nightmare on Elm Street, the narrative clearly suggests the female lead is being chased. Into the Woods represents particular social groups through the inclusion of teenage girls of a 16 to 18 demographic. This is also evident in A Nightmare on Elm Street, as female teens of this age group are typically seen in the horror genre. Not only does Into the Woods represent social groups, but it also identifies the typical personalities within social groups. For example, Sarah Jane and Maeve represent the teenagers that dominate and persuade social groups. Pathé or New Line Cinema are two examples of media institutions that would be likely to distribute Into the Woods. New Line Cinema was the media institution behind A Nightmare on Elm Street, and Into the Woods fits this category. Both media institutions distribute independent films.